Hey guys, welcome aboard. You're looking at the de-icing pad at Zurich, Switzerland. We're going to fly over to Geneva, Switzerland. We're going to use our 787 here, -10, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, my third flight with it. I'll leave a link in the description below for not only the 787 playlist, but also the Say Intentions and my Discord. We are going to fly a profile, de-icing profile, from Zurich to Geneva, Switzerland. Here's our flight plan. We'll be using Say Intentions, our ATC. Relatively short flight at 17,000 feet, only 133 miles, bringing this Swiss Air flight 2806 over to Geneva in the snowy weather and a repositioning flight. But we do have a bunch of people on board as well. Anyway, gonna have a little bit of fun. Push back, nose to the left, taxi out Juliet. We'll cross runway 28 right here and taxi into the de-icing pad, which is these three over here, according to the airfield diagram, at which point we'll try to see if we can get GSX to de-ices. We'll get de-ice, we'll talk about that. We'll taxi out here and we'll take off on runway 32 and head over to Geneva. Hope you enjoyed that. I think it's going to be a fun profile today. Back over the gate if we can find it. There it is. We're flying Swiss Air flight 2806, but we are going to be doing it in the ASOBO colors for the 787. I retired off the 777 back in September of 2023. Today is February 8th, 2024. Let's go inside, meet my crew. I am flying today with Amanda, who has flown with the last couple of times. She's an excellent pilot, excellent crew member. Not crazy about me, though, I can tell, just by the body language. Good morning, Amanda. How are you today? Yeah. Been there before, right, guys?
Morning, Captain. Ready to handle the comms when you are.
Good morning.
Good morning. How's everything going? How was your weekend?
May I see your boarding pass?
Morning. Let's focus on the flight.
Yeah. All right. Can't blame her there. So anyway, we've gone in here. We got the fuel control switches cut off, throttles idle. This is just the preparation safety check. Reverse are down, spoiler handle's down, flap is up, gear handle is down, radar is off, wipers are 1, 2, they're off, dumps are off. Way up here, 1 and 2, fuel jettison system. And we're going to come up. We turned on the battery. We turned on the IRSs. Batteries on, IRSs. We started the APU, got some warm air coming in for the people right now. We are on APU power with external power is available.
Good morning.
Let's go down here, 787-10. Oh, what was that? Interesting, sim glitch. Hey, my new computer's coming in Tuesday. It's probably the last video I'll make with my old one, which is a 3080, and it's got some issues. So do I. Anyway, we're going to change our database. Today is December 8th. So we'll change our database over. We'll go to position and net. We'll drop our GPS coordinates in here. And we'll put in Zurich, LSZH. By the way, this is an airport I've flown into many times over the year. I used to have a wonderful time when I flew in here on the 767. So we've got that going on. As always, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get our flight plan in there in just a minute using our super duper EFB on here, which is right here. I'm going to try to just do it this way. Go down, sim brief right here, sim brief this as we are signed in, and we're going to flight, view flight, and import route. Watch here.
This way.
Here it comes, runway 32. Here it all comes. LSZH should be LSGG, and there it is. Execute it. And all we got to do is even got the SID in there.
Hello.
Direct to ASOBO. And the Ulmer 2 Romeo. And the only thing we have to do now is select our arrival runway. Just wanted to show you that. We won't be doing it manually. ILS 22 is the low visibility runway over there. We'll do a spare transition for now. We'll take a look at it when we get going. Anyway, that's cool. Just wanted to show off and do that. We also have to go in here and do our weight and balance. Weight and balance. Don't touch the packs of the cargo because you have a zero fuel weight, which includes them. So come on in here. Zero fuel weight is 378.4. 378,400. There it is. That's correct. Zero fuel weight now. Once again, don't touch the packs or cargo. Some guys get confused on that. And fuel 20.908. 20.908. And I'm not going to put in a lot of extra fuel. I probably would in reality with the bad weather. But we'll make it interesting over there. And there you go. 20.908. Nothing's in the center, as you can see. And fuel is balanced. Beautiful. Come back in here. My goal is to finish this right about the time they're ready to go. Everything's good there. Init, index, perf. And let's get all this stuff set up. We're going over there at 17,000 feet. We'll take a look at the transition in just a moment. And if you remember, our zero fuel weight was 378.4, 378.4.
Good morning.
And our cost index is 15. 15. And our reserves plus alternate and the PDF reserves 4.4, alternate 6.9, which is back here actually. 10, which makes sense. 10, it's 11-4. 11.4. So we're only going to have enough fuel probably to do one approach over the extra approach. Thrust limit, come in here, we can do it one of two ways. We can go over to the EFB, or we can even use our EFB here. Perf, I've actually never done this. Let's try this seriously. Done it. Let's put in use the onboard calculator here. That one. And we'll use LSZH. I think the last one I did do it on both things, just to have some fun. Feet, do the weight in pounds, and the weight, takeoff weight, which we're planning on, is 398,208. 398,208.
Following is requested.
Flap will use 5.
And hold short instructions.
Thrust setting, we'll just go optimum and see what they come up with. Anti-ice auto. Well, we'll have to have the engine is on because of the weather. Temperature.
Zurich Airport. Information call.
Did my GSX just quit on me? I hope not. Altimeter is actually 2992 because we're using not the correct time. 2992. Looks good. Calculate. And there you have it.
1009. Transition level 8. Arriving and departing runways.
Or data.
14.
Got flaps 5.
Visual approaches in use. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short
Let me
instructions.
come down here.
VFR departures contact clearance delivery on 121. 93 advise on initial contact you have information call.
Alright, get rid of that. Flaps of 15, TO2, 43. We're going to go to thrust. TO2, even though we're using engine eyes. And 43. Yeah, I'm doing a bunch of stuff with my wife, actually holiday shopping. So this is my last video here on Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 in this simulator, in this computer. Pretty excited. Put all this in here. The runway is not contaminated, so I don't have to worry about that. So the bugs are set, legs are set, box is set. Let's go to the overhead. We'll just do an abbreviated overhead, just the 4 columns. Coming down, they can just click the external. I have no way of doing that right now. Flight deck door is armed, emergency lights are armed, window heat is all on. You've got hydraulic pumps are off, Passenger seatbelt, sounds like they've done boarding, put that on. All the lights are on. I'm going to turn on the master bright all the way up. Wing, we'll just put all these to auto. Engine ice will be auto, although we're probably going to get it on right after engine start. It should have been on. Up here, the pack should have been auto. They've been calling me up by now, freezing. And that all looks good. Our planned SID, I'm going to have Amanda get the clearance. Amanda, you have the comms, and would you mind getting the clearance, please?
I'll handle the comms and get our clearance.
Thank you. Excellent. See what they give us for SID. Supposed to get the Bebit for November. Off for runway 32. She's out this way. The Bebit, check that against the box while we're waiting. And the altitude on that one is 5,000. We'll see what Amanda gets us. 5,000 and runway heading. We'll just go 320. Put a master warning light. Don't know what that is. Autopilot disconnect. Okay, that's not necessary. Don't know why we have an autopilot disconnect, to be honest with you. That shouldn't be there. Yeah, don't know why we have that, but definitely should not be there. LNAV, VNAV. Got 155. I'm going to remind Amanda to get the clearance again. Okay, Amanda, if you wouldn't mind getting that clearance, that'd be great, please.
Getting our clearance now?
The 1 Horwich Airport clearance, Swiss 2806. We'd like to collect our IFR clearance, and we have information golf.
Whoa.
Swiss 2806, 1 Ridge Airport clearance. Information golf is current. Clear to Geneva via the VB4 November departure, then as filed. Departure runway 32, initial climb altitude 6,000 feet.
Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push is completed and brakes are set.
The 1 Ridge Airport clearance, Swiss 2806. Clear to Geneva via VB4 November departure, then as filed. Runway 32.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Departure on 125.955. Squawk 2355.
Swiss 2806, readback correct. Contact ground on 121.905.
Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome aboard Swiss Air Flight 2806.
All right, guys. So we got our clearance at 6,000. Cleared as filed. Here's our SID.
According to your boarding passes, and stow your hand luggage in the
Check
overhead
that.
bins or under the seats in front of you. If you need any assistance, don't hesitate to reach out to me or any of
All
our
right.
friendly crew members.
580
Thank you,
above
and enjoy your
3,500.
flight.
577, 210. Be VNAV and LNAV in it. Brego above 554 above 6.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Then 558 above 7, and that is our transition altitude 7,000, and then Vebit. All right, that all looks good. Finish up our pre-flight, and we'll get going here. And we've gotten. I'm going to get the departure briefing. Amanda, would you give the departure briefing, and we'll have to be de-iced at the de-icing pad also. Okay, so the glacier control panel set, we're going to put in
Here's the departure briefing. We'll be departing from runway 32. We'll be flying the VB4 November departure with an initial climb altitude clearance to 6,000 feet. Transition
We're all set.
altitude is 7,000 feet.
Looking here.
After takeoff, we'll follow the SID profile, climb altituding to FL240. Weather at departure shows no significant weather expected en route. In the event of an engine failure below 400 feet, we'll continue straight ahead and follow ATC instructions. Above 400 feet, we'll follow the engine out SID procedure, climb altituding to 3,000 feet before turning back. For any abnormalities or emergencies before V1, we'll reject the takeoff and apply maximum braking. After V1, we'll continue the takeoff, handle the emergency, and communicate with ATC. We have been cleared as filed. Squawk code is 2355, and departure frequency will be 125.955. We're configured for takeoff with flaps 5. V1 is 142 knots, VR is 147 knots, and V2 is 152 knots. We'll climb altitude out at V2 plus 10 knots. I think we're ready to go, Captain.
I think so too, and that was an outstanding briefing. Thank you. I'd kind of ready here. All right, guys, I do use a checklist here just because I'm an old 777 guy, and that's kind of what we did.
Airport ground, Swift 2806.
So, yeah, it looks like they got everything going. We're ready to go. So let's go inside, knock out the checklist, and we'll call it. So there we go. Parking brakes are set. Fuel control switches are cut off. Passenger signs are on. We're on an APU. Packs are running. We'll get them to pull the external here. All right, MCP is set. Takeoff speed is set. CDU pre-flight is complete. Trim. They want 4.75. MFD, put this on systems. Flight controls. Here it is, 4.75.
123.4 Cherokee 315 X-ray Papa.
Trim up, and we'll trim it down. We are supposed to check the trim movement. I did that unintentionally, obviously. Sorry about that. Okay, good. Back to the checklist. Taxi takeoff brief. Thanks to you, it's complete. I don't know why this autopilot disconnect light is on, guys. Normally you just press the switch twice and it's good. I could try turning it on, turning it off, punching the light off, resetting it. I don't know. Okay. And let me go to the box because these are not showing as being activated. Only showing 155. Oh, there it is. Just hard to see it. Okay, Amanda, would you call for pushback, please?
Calling for pushback now.
Learjet 333 Lima Juliet, give way to the Airbus on your right, then continue taxi via taxiway Alpha. Giving way to the Airbus, continuing taxi via Alpha Learjet.
Can't wait to get my new computer.
One Bridge Airport ground, Swift 2806, requesting pushback. We have golf.
Swift 2806, pushback approved, face east.
All right, brakes released, cleared to push, face east. And we got to go to the overhead. Got a few items to do here. We're going to turn on our hydraulic pumps. That, we're going to turn on our fuel pumps, not the centers. And we're going to turn on our beacon. And we're going to check our checklist. And it is complete. Item override, normal menu, for taxi. And that's good. All right. Get this, get it started here. Can you push back? No.
Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push is completed and brakes are set. Release parking brakes. Commencing
Brakes
push.
released.
Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push is completed and brakes are set.
I don't know what the procedure is here. In the U.S., we turn on our transponder, squawking 2355. We turn that on before pushback. I'm on VHF. You'll notice that the frequencies over here are actually Oh, it looks like maybe they're changing them correctly. Sometimes when Amanda's flying on same intention, they only change it over here on this control head instead of both, but it looks like it's both from happening right now.
892 Tango Oscar.
We would get our aircraft, the ice removed off it with a Type 1 fluid, which can either be hot water or low viscosity.
Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome aboard Swiss Air Flight 2806,
You want to make sure that your
departing
aircraft
from
is
Zurich
clean
and heading to
before you
beautiful
start
Geneva
engines.
We have a flight time of
But in this
approximately
case,
28 minutes.
we'll say it was cleaned
Please take
off.
your seats
We're going
and
to
ensure your
taxi over the
seatbelts are
de-icing
fastened. My name is Alejandro,
pad,
and I am your personal
shut off the
flight
APU and engine
Joining me
bleeds,
today are our
and have them
wonderful
de-ice
crew
the
members, Sophia,
aircraft.
Luca, Emma,
I'd
and
let the
Marco.
people know as well.
Now, I would like to take a moment to go over some important safety information. To fasten your seatbelt, insert the metal fitting into the buckle until you hear a click. To release it, simply lift the buckle. In the event of a loss of cabin pressure,
Okay, go to the
oxygen
overhead.
masks will drop down from the panel above you. Pull the mask towards you, place it over your nose and mouth, and secure it with the elastic band. Remember to put on your own mask before assisting others.
I'm going to turn the volume up just a little bit
Please
on
note the emergency exits located at the front,
Microsoft
middle,
Flight
and rear
Simulator,
of the
just a tiny
aircraft.
bit.
In the unlikely event of an evacuation, follow the illuminated
I'm just
exit
gonna let
signs. Lastly, life vests are
Amanda
located
start
under
us.
your seats. To use them, pull the vest out, place it over your head, and pull the straps to secure it.
I put the
Inflate
COM 1
vest
up a
by
little
pulling
bit.
the red tabs or by blowing into the tubes. Thank you for your attention, and we hope you enjoy your flight with us today.
Please set parking brakes.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Tornado 892 Tango Oscar, hold short of taxiway Delta, awaiting further instructions.
Holding short of taxiway Delta.
We're going to leave the
Tornado
flaps down for
892
taxi,
Tango
guys,
Oscar.
because of the and do the flight controls after de-icing. We don't want to get any slush or snow up into our flap tracks, so that when we retract them, it'll crush them and damage components. So what have we done? We de-iced at the gate, just took the aircraft, the icing off the aircraft, especially the engines, so that when we started, we didn't fought out the engines. Then we're going to get permission to taxi to the de-icing pad, and we're going to get a Type 1, which takes stuff off the aircraft again, Type 4, which gives us a high viscosity. We'll have a holdover time, which we'll talk about. Before we do that, we'll turn off the bleeds. So for our before taxi checklist, really,
Tow truck disconnected.
what we should have on the overhead after engine start is both engine ice, not the wing. So engine ice is complete, recall, we can recall, and we get the one issue, the autopilot disconnect, which I don't know why that is. Flight controls will hold off on all that. APU, we're going to have the engines running, so we can actually go ahead and shut the APU down. Sorry, I had to go through that. And packs are on. Everything else looks good. Let's go outside.
62 Foxtrot Romeo, continue taxi.
There they are.
Taxiway Bravo, hold short of taxiway Echo.
Continuing taxi via Bravo.
Position my
holding short of
drone.
Echo Falcon 762.
So we're going to come up here,
Foxtrot
guys.
Romeo.
Taxi out and hold short of runway 28. Out here. I don't know if I can see our de-icing people. There they are. Maybe I can see them now.
Hawker 511 Hotel Alpha, follow the Falcon, hold short of taxiway Charlie. Following the Falcon, holding short of Charlie, Hawker 511 Hotel
Wait till they
Alpha.
show us the pin. There we go. Flash them. Just once. And that should be it. Make sure they saw it. Up, she held the pin up against. Again, I'll flash it again. And that should get them out of here. Yep, she's fast. Okay, Amanda, could you please request taxi to the icing pad at Charlie 2 for runway 32 takeoff. So taxi to the icing pad at Charlie 2 for runway 32 takeoff. See what they say.
Requesting taxi to the icing pad at Charlie 2 for runway 32 takeoff.
Hawker 511 Hotel Alpha, hold short of taxiway Gulf traffic on final approach.
Holding short of Golf Hawker 511 Hotel Alpha.
The One Bridge Airport ground Swiss 2806 requesting taxi to the de-icing pad at Charlie 2 for runway 32 departure. We have information, Golf.
Pretty cool.
Swiss 2806, taxi to the de-icing pad at Charlie 2 via Inner Juliet, cross runway 28, then Charlie 2, Kilo Hotel 3.
De-icing pad at Charlie 2. Inner Juliet, cross runway 28, Charlie 2, Kilo Hotel 3, Swiss 2806.
Okay, guys, let's go.
Hotel Alpha taxi to holding point
Clear
Charlie
left
1
and
via
right.
taxiway Golf and Echo.
Taxi light is on. Parking brakes off. And here we go.
511 Hotel Alpha, hold short of taxiway Bravo, awaiting further instructions.
Holding short of taxiway Bravo Hawker 511 Hotel
First
Alpha.
left there is Juliet, guys. So my drone's got a little bit of drift in it. At my age, that's not bad, right? Silly father time. All right, we're cross runway 28, so that's good. And Charlie 2 is the middle pad.
Swiss 1 Fourth Ridge Airport.
Now, normally we have to be real careful taxiing here.
Delta Hotel 3.
It's slippery.
On
Clear to cross.
1 when ready for departure.
Finals clear both sides.
Cherokee Tree 15 X-ray Papa, proceed to runway 28 via taxiways Echo and Foxtrot.
Clear to cross.
Proceeding to runway 28 via Echo and Foxtrot.
Charlie
Cherokee
2's up in
15
here.
X-ray Papa.
We'll see if we can get GSX to de-ices. Pretty cool.
Hawker 511 Hotel Alpha, follow the Falcon, hold short of taxiway Charlie. Following the Falcon, holding short of Charlie Hawker 511 Hotel Alpha.
Okay, guys, we're gonna go in the de-icing pad and get it shut down. Get the bleed shut off. Come up here, we'll see if we can get GSX. I haven't tried de-icing with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. I would imagine it works.
Holding point Bravo 1 via Alpha, Charlie and Embraer 225 Echo Mike.
How's that look? That looks good.
Swiss 2806, contact tower on 118.1.
Switching to tower on 118.1. Swiss 2806.
De-icing vehicles are
225
coming
Echo Mike,
now.
hold short of taxiway Foxtrot.
Oh, here they
awaiting
come.
clearance to cross
And
runway
ladies and
22.
gentlemen, it's Captain Richard. We've started our de-icing process.
Foxtrot, awaiting clearance to cross runway 22, Embraer 225 Echo Mike.
You'll notice some trucks pulling up, spraying us with fluid. Okay, guys, we're going to turn off the packs. And we're going to turn off the APU bleed. It's good.
Confirm aircraft is ready for treatment.
62 Foxtrot Romeo, turn left at the next
It's ready.
intersection taxi to holding point Bravo 2 via
Begin
taxiway
treatment now
Alpha.
and observe fluid type concentration at 100%. I will call you back when ready.
762 Foxtrot Romeo.
Go outside and take a look at them. Yeah, we let them know that they've been taking the fluid off the aircraft. We have a holdover time that started,
Lima Juliet taxi to runway 27 via taxiways Golf and Hotel.
and it usually, in light snow like this, is about an hour. But in heavy snow, there are certain things like freezing moderate pellets.
Ambulance 64, located 28, taxiway Bravo, request taxi to radar center.
That we don't have data for. But light, the Type 1,
Aviation parking via Bravo, Echo, cross runway 10, then Mike, good day.
take the fluid, take all the
11 Hotel Alpha taxi to holding point Charlie 1 via taxiway Bravo.
snow and ice off the aircraft,
To holding point Charlie 1
then
via
hit us.
Bravo, Hawker 511 Hotel Alpha.
hit us with Type 4, which keeps the ice and snow off the
Radar
aircraft.
center, Swiss ambulance 64, good night. Good evening, safe travels.
I'm going to be so good when I get my new computer.
Embraer 225 Echo Mike, follow the Gulf Stream, then hold short of taxiway Tango.
guys are so smart to do this stuff.
Short of taxiway Tango Embraer 225 Echo Mike.
They do the tail too, guys. And of course, you want the inlets before you ever start engines. That's why the Type 1 takes the fluid off the aircraft, doesn't give you any anti-ice. It takes it off the aircraft before you ever started. You want to do that. Usually turning off the bleeds in the packs because you don't want it to smell to get the aircraft, the fumes.
Taxiing to holding point Bravo 2 via Charlie King Air 145 Kilo Alpha.
That should be it. One guy's done, the other guy's still going a little bit.
Cherokee Tree, 15 X-ray, Papa hold short of taxiway Echo traffic, landing on runway 30.
All right, they would come on, they'd say, Captain is certified de-icer. My initials are Alpha, Sierra. De-icing, your holdover time.
De-icing and anti-icing completed, and de-icing code is fluid type 4, concentration at 100%. I'm disconnecting, good day.
Okay, great job, good day to you. And that would, we go into our anti-icing app, and we would get our holdover time based on the precipitation and the time that it started. If at any time during that your holdover time expired, if it stops snowing anywhere in there, then you no longer have a holdover time. You can disregard. But if it's still snowing and your holdover time to expire, you can either do a visual inspection or have them re-iced or recertified de-icer look over your aircraft. All right, now it's been over a minute. We put our packs back on, our bleeds and everything, and we're good to go. Now what didn't we do? We didn't do our taxi checklist. So now we can lower our flaps. It's right at the runway. Flaps 5.
Crossing runway 30, contacting tower on 123.8,
Learjet
333 Lima Juliet.
Come in here, do systems. It's just so cool. Trim is set to the tops. Yeah, you definitely don't want to be taxiing around with your flaps out and slats, even after landing on the rudders are good.
Alpha Bravo, proceed to the cargo ramp via
you just leave your flaps up down because you got the icing on the
proceeding to the cargo ramp via Lima, contacting ground on 121.9 Airbus 450 Alpha
flight
Bravo.
in. You would want to make sure you wouldn't want to crush that snow as you retract the flaps. Ground equipment's good, APU's off, checklist complete, flaps for takeoff are complete, and leaves us after takeoff checklist, which is all good. Put this little fellow back over here on nav display.
Stream 671 Gulf Sierra, follow the Falcon
And
on
I do believe
taxiway
we're good
Alpha,
to
hold
go.
short of runway 22.
Flight director's on LNAV, VNAV.
Short of runway
We're good.
22 Gulfstream 671 Gulf Sierra.
And they already cleared us to contact tower. Okay, Amanda, you can tell tower we're ready for takeoff on runway 32.
Contacting tower for takeoff clearance.
Pretty cool.
Sal 1 for Ridge Airport Tower, Swift 2806, holding short of runway 32. We are ready for departure.
Swift 2806 Heavy, Sal 1 for Ridge Airport Tower, runway 32, wind 025 at 5, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 32, cleared for takeoff. Swift 2806 Heavy.
All right, clear for takeoff. Strobes are on.
Skylane 422 Alpha Mike,
All our lights are on.
spacing for departing traffic.
Flight attendants prepare for takeoff, and we chime them.
Skylane 422 Alpha Mike.
And let's go. Only thing we have to do a little differently, we have to bring the engines up and stabilize them before we bring in any power. Check the N1s for, and EPRs, N1s rather, for reasonableness.
Piper PA24.
Bring them up.
VFR from Lugano, inbound Sierra at
Got the engine ice on, wing is off.
600 feet for landing.
Delta
They look
Bravo
good.
Charlie, cleared to enter CTR via route
Toga.
Sierra. Report Sierra at 3500 feet.
Beechcraft 9001 Bravo, cleared for takeoff,
Here we
runway
go.
30.
On the way to Geneva.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 30, Beechcraft 9001 Bravo.
80 knots. A little bit of frames per second drop off.
To enter CTR via route
B1
Sierra
and
will report
rotate.
Sierra at 3,500 feet, Delta Bravo chart.
Surprise, a little bit of lag here. Positive rate gear up.
1 Bravo, Charlie turn left heading 270 vectors for sequencing.
We're L-naving it.
Left heading 270, Diamond Tree 71 Bravo, Charlie.
Swiss 2806, contact departure on 125.955.
Remember, we're supposed to be maintaining 210 right here. Data. Should say it. .210 until 577. Gears up, flaps up. Brakes are disarmed. Have takeoff checklist complete.
Lufthansa 442.
We talked about it last time, but
070, descend to 4,000.
this is where your aircraft actually
descending
is.
to 4,000, Lufthansa 442.
Superpose those circles on each other. You can see even this airplane's having a tough time with the autopilot on. Bouncing around pretty good. I don't remember the last couple of flights the bars being this squirrely now, and I also don't remember it going all the way back to idle power. Yep. Oh well. Probably something I did wrong. You never know.
FedEx 1296, cleared visual approach, runway tree 6 right, maintain 170.
Cleared visual, runway tree 6 right, maintaining 170,
We're out of 10.
FedEx 1296.
Or actually, field elevation for departure
Dear guests, we are now at a safe altitude, and I am pleased to
is
inform you
14,
that
so
the use of
11.4
electronic
is
devices
10,000
now
above the
allowed.
ground.
Feel free to connect to our onboard Wi-Fi service as well. Thank you for your attention and enjoy the
Which
rest
we're
of the
coming up
flight.
on right about now, so we can de-sterilize them. Turn off our lights.
Waco 422 Delta Echo, cleared for the visual, runway 9er report, tree mile final. Cleared visual, runway 9er report at tree 432 Delta Echo.
Out at 11 for 17.
Swiss 2806, contact Zurich, info on 124.7.
Mooney 56 Alpha Bravo, right to the VOR, descend to 4,000.
Right to the VR, descending to 4,056 Alpha Bravo.
124.7 for Zurich info. Swiss 2806.
.7. I don't see that in here. We'll see if she checks in. Of course, what we do is just go 124.7. Amanda, could you check in on frequency 124.7?
Climb to 5,500, contact center on 124.7.
Checked in with Zurich info
switching
on
to
124.7.
124.7786 Juliet Kilo.
Swiss Air 2806 on frequency 124.7.
Swiss 2806, Zurich info, good afternoon, identified.
All right, 16 for 17. Yeah, it was funky. Obviously, I sit here going, should I just redo this whole video? But I'm not sure why I went like that. I can turn off the engine. What I actually need to do here is put them to auto.
Zurich info.
Okay, so everything's in auto, and that's fine from now on. Turn off the seatbelt sign, make a PA to the people as we level up at 17.
Easy 57 Bravo X-ray, Zurich info. Contact Zurich, final approach on 125.33.
Geneva, Star, and we are doing the
switching to Zurich final approach on 125.33.
Almost 2 Romeo.
Easy 57 Bravo X-ray.
Almost 2 Romeo, which is right down here for runway 22.
Swiss 2806 Zurich info. Expect the Omi 2 Romeo arrival for the ILS runway 22 into Geneva via Southway. I'll start your descent in about 5 minutes. Say the word if you want to descend sooner.
Flight level 410 Hawaiian 104.
Expect the ULME 2 Romeo arrival for the ILS runway 22 into Geneva via Sapre. We'll wait for the descent in about 5 minutes or let you know if we need it sooner. Swiss 2806.
So Olmez, no anything there. SFS, nope, Vadar, and then we're going to.
Thank you for your attention, and we hope you enjoy your flight.
Vadar, Rotos, Vadap.
Bravo Charlie, climb and maintain 10,000.
Olmez 2 Romeo. There it is.
672 Bravo Charlie.
Olmez, Esavar, Vadar. Sorry guys, just getting situationally aware here. And then Saver, which is right there. Max 210. Max 210. From there, GG. Coming for the ILS.
Mike, clear to climb 10,000, resume on navigation.
Climbing to 10,000, resuming on navigation, Mooney 10, Bravo Mike.
GS 811, which is good. So here it is. Let's tag that one. At 811, then pedal 808, IS04, 1807 and 223. Nav. Should auto tune here.
Remain at or below 5,000.
Remaining at or below 5,000, Cessna 723 Foxtrot Lima.
Let's just put in the identifier for that, which is ISW. ISW. Let's make sure we got the appropriate arrival in here. Maybe that's something here. We should have that all tuned. ILS 22, Saber selected. Looks all good. Navrad, it should do that as we get a little closer. Invisibility, obviously, up in here.
JetBlue 945, contact approach on 125.35. Good day.
I'm going to go down to 2450.
125.35. Good day. JetBlue 945.
All right, Amanda, if you wouldn't mind getting the ATIS, please.
Sure, it's 555 Sierra Mike, traffic alert, 2 o'clock, 4 miles opposite direction.
Traffic in sight, Cirrus 555 Sierra Mike.
I think the easier way to do this, since it's giving me such a hard time, is just to go in here, and it's 1,000 feet. It's not a very low visibility approach, is it, guys? ILS Cat 3, we can get that one in here.
UPS 461
We'll just
heavy
go to
cleared
radio
for the Star
altimeter.
arrival contact approach on 119.3.
Cleared for the start, switching to 119er point tree, UPS
Set in
461
0.
heavy.
I think we need to start down here. Prague, 17. That's still pretty good. Top of descent's up here. What is our message? Set FMC message. MCP is set to
Swift
cruise altitude, set low altitude
cleared for the Ormi 2 Romeo arrival. For the ILS runway 22 into Geneva via Sapre. Whenever you'd like, descend and maintain flight level 120.
Cleared for the ULME 2 Romeo arrival, ILS runway 22 via Sapre. Descend and maintain flight level 120 at discretion. Swift 2806.
All right, guys, we'll come in here.
Hawaiian
Nav,
104 climb and maintain flight level
cruise,
410.
next page.
Climbing to
Oh,
flight
that's
level
fine on the
410,
descent.
Hawaiian 104.
12000 is in there, 12000 is in the window. So at the top of descent, which is in 5 miles, which is about 30 seconds, 25, yeah, 30 seconds from now, we'll start our descent.
The Piper 456, Alpha Bravo cleared into the Bravo airspace, maintain 6500.
Cleared into Bravo, maintaining 6500, Piper 456
So I
Alpha
decided
Bravo.
I was going to brief up the Category 3 approach, since visibility is low. ILS Cat 3 got 22 at Geneva, 111-2, 2 Alpha effective 31 October, so it's good. We checked all the points. We checked the minimums going down to it's Cat 3. Happy's on the left, high intensity runway lighting. And going down to minimums, Category 3, clear to auto land, so it's zeros in the radio
Climbing to
altimeter.
flight level 370, Lufthansa 421
There we
heavy.
go. You can tell them we're about to
Zurich
leave.
info, Swiss 1 for Alpha,
Coming up
climb
on
to
our
flight
descent.
level 280.
After landing, runway
Swiss
22.
14 Alpha, Zurich info, identified. Good afternoon.
Probably get off here and
Climbing
park.
to flight level
anywhere
340, Air Canada 881.
here. So maybe get off at Delta, maybe Echo. We'll see.
United 487, turn right, heading 270.
Turning right to 270, United 487.
One last thing I didn't brief is the transition altitude.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now left our cruising altitude and have started our approach to Geneva Airport. Please
Swiss
return to
14
your
Alpha,
seats
Zurich
and
info,
ensure that
climb
your
and maintain
seatbelts are
flight level
fastened.
330.
We get our transition level off of the ATIS. It's going to be around
Swiss
7,000 feet.
2806, contact Alps radar Geneva on 119.175.
I'm going to go to the overhead.
Alps radar Geneva on 119.175. Swiss 2806.
Lights are all on. Let's get us all lit up here.
127.325, Swiss 123.
Climb flight level 330, Swiss 1 for Alpha.
Alps radar Geneva, Swiss 2806 afternoon. Descending through flight level 160 for flight level 120.
Swiss 2806, Alps radar Geneva identified. Good afternoon.
Southwest 507, turn right, heading 045, vectors for spacing. Right to 045 for spacing, Southwest 507.
Now it is say intentions, so we could ask them for 4,000. We'll see how they do here. If we're getting down here 12 and we want to keep the descent going, because we are on our vertical track indicator here, I'll request, I'll have Amanda request 4,000.
446 Sierra Papa, remain outside
I'm
Bravo.
going to speed into being here, guys, and go to 250
250,
just to get it slower.
remaining outside Bravo,
We'll go to
switching
the
to
box.
123.45, Sirius
Nav.
446 Sierra Papa.
250.
Descend and maintain flight level 080, Lufthansa 758 Sierra.
Sounds like Amanda, doesn't it?
Lufthansa 758 Sierra, contact Zurich final
Oh, we do
approach
it.
on 125.33.
Contacting Zurich final approach on 125.33. Lufthansa 758 Sierra.
United 346, turn left, heading 080.
Turning left to 080 United 346.
Right on the VTI, looking good on the vertical track. Meeting our at or aboves. all the way on in. There's a 210 at Saper.
Switch
So make sure we're
2806, Alps Radar Geneva. Contact Geneva, final approach on 120.305.
Switching to Geneva final approach on 120.305. Swift 280.
See, they don't change the frequencies here. And say
Geneva
intentions,
final approach.
normally you can see them
Swift
change.
2806, afternoon. Descending through flight level 130 for flight level 120.
Swiss 2806 Heavy, Geneva final approach identified. Good afternoon.
Could you request 4,000, please, Amanda?
Cleared for the visual runway 9er report 3 mile final. Cleared visual runway 9er report
Requesting
at
descent to
3432
4,000
Delta
feet.
Echo.
Geneva final approach. Swift 2806, requesting descent to 4,000 feet.
Swiss 2806, descend altitude 4,000 feet.
Descend to 4,000 feet. Swift 2806.
All right, so we got a little bit above the VTI, but it should come down nicely. I can help it with the... I've got to be at 210 at Saper. I got to remember that. I've got my speed brake out here just to get back on VPAC.
235 Charlie, Quebec.
You can see that we're 600 feet above. Coming down nicely. Speed brake extended, yeah, it means it wants to bring its power back up. It's coming down nicely, out of 10, and flight attendants prepare for landing.
Swiss 2806 Heavy, proceed direct pedal. Cleared for the ILS runway 22 approach.
Direct pedal. Cleared ILS runway 22 approach. Swift 2806.
All right, direct pedal. There we go.
714 Lima, cleared for the visual on 8 left. Maintain 90 knots. Cleared visual 8 left, 90 knots. 714 Lima.
Make clear is right to pedal. Directly to pedal. And how's that going to do affect our VNAV path?
Ladies and
Still pretty
gentlemen,
good.
We are now on our final approach into Geneva.
We'll come in here.
Please turn
We'll
off your
put pedal.
electronic devices and stow them
Diamond
until we have arrived
786,
at the gate.
Juliet Kilo, climb to 5,500 contact center on 124.7.
And fasten your seatbelts.
5,500 switching to 124.786 Juliet Kilo.
Yeah, finally tuned that
Thank you
ILS,
for your
guys.
cooperation.
1087 and 223 is tuned. We are slowing down. Pedal, how far out are we? We are 32 miles, so we're not in a big hurry to slow down anymore. 240 is fine. Remember, we had that 210 restriction
Mooney
back there.
Alpha Bravo, right to
But,
the VOR, descend to 4,000.
We're not restricted anymore. We never had to slow yet.
4,056
That
Alpha
point.
Bravo.
All right, we'll go brakes 3. If it's a contaminated runway, we got to remember to leave the flaps down until we get to the gate. Let the maintenance stick figure that all out for us. All right, let's go to the checklist.
Approach. Nordic 47 Tango, maintaining flight level 100, heading 054.
Nordic
Normal.
47 Tango, Geneva final approach
Descent.
identified. Good afternoon.
Recall. Nothing. Auto brakes. Landing data will say we did. Approach brief we did. Normal. Descent approach. Altimeters. We can set the altimeters now. Even though 7,000 is our transition, since we're clear below
Bravo,
it,
cleared
and it is
direct to the VOR, climb
2992.
to 5,500.
We're on a
Direct
not
to the
on
VOR,
live
climbing
weather.
to 5,500, 582 Bravo.
Okay, how we doing? We're on the VTI, coming in nicely, and we'll be clear for the ILS by pedal.
FedEx 1249 Heavy, descend and maintain 3000 Airport, 12 o'clock 20 miles.
Descending to 3000 Airport in sight, FedEx 1249 Heavy.
Wish I could turn this HUD up a little brighter, guys, but it really doesn't want to. There we go. It's better. Made a liar out of me.
Skyway 148, proceed direct pedal. Descend and maintain 4000 until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 22 approach. Bonanza 6 Alpha Lima traffic at your
We're clear for the ILS, guys.
Same altitude, advise if in sight.
We are clear for the
Looking for
ILS.
traffic 6 Alpha Lima.
Still 23 miles out. I won't arm the ILS just yet.
Proceed direct settle. Descent and maintain 4,000 until established on the localizer. Clear for the ILS runway 2 approach. Discovery soft break.
Cirrus 981 Tango Mike descend to 2000 cleared ILS 18.
Descending to 2000 cleared ILS 18981 Tango Mike.
Okay, got some flaps coming out, helping us slow down to 210. I'll plan on being at the FAF, but no less than 180 knots, which is 808 on here. So that's about 8 miles out. Looking good.
Mooney 67 Kilo Lima cleared RNAV tree 6 number 2 following a diamond.
Cleared RNAV tree 6 following the diamond 67 Kilo Lima.
Navy on 635 Juliet Whiskey, right to 090, climb to 7000. Right to 090, climbing to 7000, 635 Juliet Whiskey.
We call that the ghost, is the slang we use. That's a ghost. It means it's the localizer coming across. That's a glide slope coming down.
Diamond Tree 29er Sierra Tango reduced to 100
We usually don't bother arming the approach
Cessna.
until we get those, at least.
To 100 knots, number 2
Unofficially.
behind the Cessna Tree 29er Sierra Tango.
Low capture, glide slope armed. See how it does with the low capture. What is the missed approach altitude? Touchdown zone is 1363. Missed is initial climb is 7,000. Pretty much straight ahead.
Mooney 5
Enter
6
the
Alpha
hole.
Bravo, right to the
Just what you see
VOR,
out.
descend to
Just
4000.
see out here.
Right to the VR, descending to 4056 Alpha Bravo.
Come in here, big left turn. Up here, enter the hold at Sabre. 7,000 will be in the window once we get glide slope capture. See the loc is now pink, and here comes the glide slope. We're still in path, the vertical nav. All right, we're getting in close, about 10 miles out.
Mooney 67 Kilo Lima cleared RNAV Tree 6 number 2 following a diamond.
Here's glide slope capture.
Cleared RNAV Tree
So we
6
put
following
7,000 in the
67
window
Kilo Lima.
for the mist. And go gear down. About 3,000 above the ground. And doing flaps 30. 145, 150 for the brakes 2.
Air Canada 235 hold at waypoint Briggs. Expect further clearance in 10 minutes.
Holding at Briggs, waiting for further clearance, Air Canada 235.
Swiss 2806, contact
Speed brakes are armed.
119.905.
Switching to Geneva Tower on 119er. Geneva Tower, Swiss 2806, afternoon. We're established on the ILS approach for runway 22.
Swiss 2806 Heavy, Genevieve Tower, roger, continue approach. Swiss 2806 Heavy, Geneva Tower, winds calm, runway 22 cleared to land.
runway 22, clear to land. Swiss 2806 heavy.
All right, this flaps 30. 4 landing checklist complete. We are clear to land.
Degree turn to the right for spacing. Making a tree.
All right, let's remember that it's a left-hand turn off.
371 Bravo Charlie.
Probably Charlie or Delta, and we'll get progressive taxiing from there. See, that circle's right on. Looking good.
Skylane 42
Coming in nicely.
Alpha Mike, hold short of runway 27 traffic on final approach.
We are
Holding short of runway 27,
5 miles
Skylane
out.
422 Alpha Mike.
do a little hand flying here. That's a good HUD view right there. Autopilot's off. Nice and stable. Warning, autopilot disconnect. See that, guys? That should go away. Should not be there, that light. It's so irritating. I'm going to go cancel recall just to get rid of it.
Beechcraft 9001 Bravo, clear to land. Runway 12,
Won't clear it because it's not clearable.
Clear to land, runway 12, Beechcraft 9001 Bravo.
Might be a little slippery, so you definitely want a firm touchdown on center line in the zone. You always want on time, but you don't want to have a real grease job. It might start sliding on you. There's an excuse right there, right, guys? Stable.
Bonanza 64 Fox Alpha 2, cleared for takeoff, runway 30, wind calm. Cleared for takeoff, runway 30, Bonanza 64 Fox Alpha 2.
Starting to pick up the tap. You can see the HUD, but the circles are superimposed on each other. It's really good. It's funny when the guy's flying, I mentioned it last video, the guy flying, of course there's two HUDs on the 7.8, but the guy with the HUD is like all over the place. You can see the yoke moving constantly if he's flying the HUD. The other guy's looking at the bars completely centered. That's how accurate the HUD is.
Mustang 90 Kilo Uniform 59, enter left
I think we
downwind,
got a nice
expect
landing
landing clearance.
A little low.
Entering left downwind, awaiting
Take
landing
note
clearance,
visually,
Mustang
landing.
9 Kilo Uniform 59.
Approaching the 50s, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Good touchdown for an icy runway on the center line. Oh, am I going to have any control here? No. Let's see. Full right rudder. Here we go.
2806, welcome to Geneva. Contact ground on 121.68.
60 knots.
Citation 433, Mike Whiskey, proceed direct to the ILS approach, runway 27.
Coming out of reverse.
Proceeding direct to the ILS approach, runway 27. Citation 433.
Flaps up after landing. Now that flaps up because we landed on an icy runway. Leave the flaps down. You calculate ground,
Geneva
please.
ground, Swiss 2806 afternoon. We're clear of runway 22 and ready to taxi
Contacting ground
to the
for
gate.
taxi instructions.
And can you get progressive taxi, please?
King Air 145 Kilo Alpha taxi to holding point Charlie 2 via taxiway Delta. Swiss 2806 Geneva ground, taxi to Charlie 2 via Delta King Air 145 Kilo Alpha.
Taxi to parking via Delta Outer, Swiss 2806.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Jean.
And Amanda, can you ask for progressive taxi,
to
please?
holding point Charlie 2 via taxiways Alpha and Bravo.
Just a fun fact for you.
Holding point
Geneva
Charlie
is
2
known for its
via
stunning
Alpha
lake
and
the
Bravo,
iconic
Learjet
Shutdown
333 Lima
Weather here is
Juliet.
currently 4 degrees Celsius with broken clouds at 3,300 feet. So make sure to grab a jacket if you're
There we
heading
go.
out.
I see the
Thank
progressive
you for
taxi
flying
there,
with Swiss
guys.
Air today. Please remain seated until we reach
Stow
our
the
final
HUD.
parking position. On behalf of Captain Father Time, First Officer Amanda, and the entire crew, we wish you a wonderful stay in Geneva.
Well, other than the weirdness on
Requested progressive taxi
Sid, where
from
the
ground.
power is going to idle on me, it worked out pretty good. The departure, very strange. Probably something I did wrong, guys.
Hold short of taxiway Echo, waiting
But
for clearance
I'll
to
probably
enter
say
the ramp.
no production is perfect.
Holding short of
Sure looks
taxiway
close to
Echo
that building,
Tornado
doesn't it?
892 Tango Oscar.
I don't know.
Oscar 511 Hotel Alpha, proceed to holding point Bravo 2 via taxiway Charlie.
Man, that's tight.
Proceeding to holding point Bravo 2
Oh,
via
that was
Charlie Hawker
uncomfortable.
511 Hotel Alpha.
All right.
225 Echo Mike, follow the Cherokee, then hold short of taxiway Tango.
Alrighty,
Following the Cherokee,
we'll go through
holding
here,
short of
guys, with our
taxiway
crash
Tango,
override.
225 Echo Mike.
We'll try this at home.
Falcon
Let's go
762
park over here
Romeo,
somewhere.
hold short of runway 12 traffic on final.
Holding
Sorry
short
about that,
of runway
Amanda.
12, Falcon
Need to scare you
762,
like that.
Foxtrot Romeo.
Park up here.
Swiss Air 2806, requesting progressive taxi.
Better late than never, huh, guys?
Swiss 2806, progressive taxi approved. Taxi to apron, South Gate 26 via Link 2, Inner Link 1. Have a great day.
That plane.
Learjet,
That gate was open there, guys, and that plane wrecked there,
Hotel.
appeared suddenly. So
Taxiing to holding point Alpha 2 via Hotel
some days
Learjet,
are like
Tree,
that.
Tree, Tree, Lima Juliet.
Hopefully no one takes this gate.
Airbus 450 Alpha Bravo, hold short of taxiway Lima traffic on final approach.
I think Amanda's
Holding short of
completely
taxiway Lima,
disgusted with me.
Airbus 450 Alpha Bravo.
Sorry, Amanda. That was fun. That was fun. Don't forget to subscribe if you wouldn't mind, guys. Trying to build a following. Join Discord. Participate. We welcome you. Brakes are parked.
225 Echo Mike, continue taxi on
Seatbelt
taxiway
sign
Lima,
is
hold short
off.
of taxiway Bravo.
APU is available. External
Continuing on
power is
Lima,
available.
holding short of Bravo
Guys
and
are
Bridge,
fast.
225 Echo Mike.
You can chop them. Back to the overhead. I'll shut off the beacons. Logos, wings, seatbelt, taxi lights off. Turn off the there. Engine ice, wing ice. All off. Fuel pumps are off. APU, that's the APU pumps
Hawker
on.
511 Hotel Alpha, hold
Windshield
short of
lights
taxiway
off.
Echo, give way to the incoming Falcon. Holding short of taxiway Echo, giving way to the incoming Falcon Hawker 511 Hotel Alpha.
Whatever. Door power is off. Didn't want to go here. You guys get the idea. IRSs, turn those off. IRSs are off. That.
Gulfstream 671 Gulf Sierra, follow the Falcon, then turn right onto taxiway Juliet. Following the Falcon, turning right onto Juliet Gulfstream 671
All right,
Gulf
that's good
Sierra.
enough. Let's get out of here. I don't know. Funky. Can't get the jet bridge to come up here, guys. Yeah, I wonder if I can get ground equipment on 19.9. I know that St. Intentions has a new one. But anyway, I think that's it for now. All right, Father Time's out. Welcome to Geneva. It's a little bit of de-icing, icing, with the exception of the funky departure. It was a good flight. It was a good flight.
Following the King Air,
Join me,
short of
subscribe,
runway
guys.
30
Join
clear,
Discord.
225 Echo Mike.
Really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for the support. Father Time's out.